Cheapskates. I've run into these kinds of individuals quite a bit over the years. You know, the ones, the people who try to weasel their way into getting free stuff because they perceive there to be a problem. This can be in many contexts, be it the food industry, one I'm most privy to, sadly, internet and cable services, grocery stores, you get the idea. One of the most common examples I've witnessed is when a customer orders food, takes it home, eats nearly the whole damn thing, and comes back later, be it the same day or the next, to complain about it. Like, if they had a problem with it, and the moment they did, they called and could prove they didn't even eat much of it as a result, I'm not really one to argue that logic. At least your argument is that you don't trust the rest of the meal when there is something wrong with one aspect of it. Maybe your chicken was undercooked, the steak was nothing but overcooked lean pieces, the orange chicken was soggy. I can think of a range of reasons people would want to return food. The problem I have is when people think it's appropriate to eat all of it. What the actual hell? I thought there was something wrong with it. I guess not, given you ate it all before you decided to come back and start spitting fire for no reason. Some of these are just true crazies, too. I've personally seen some of them over the years yell, scream, throw, cry, throw, spit, and throw just because they want to have food like it's free real estate. You gotta earn the food you eat one way or another. Keep in mind, I'm not saying never complain about bad service or bad food because that would be dishonest of me. There's a proper way to report these kinds of things. Something wrong with the food? Stop eating it and bring it to the attention of the employees. You'll get a remake or a refund one way or another. Is the service bad? Talk to the manager and discuss the problem as calmly as possible. If that could not resolve anything, keep your peace and just leave at that point. Then report it to corporate. Normally I wouldn't say ruin the lives of the everyman, but if a food employee is generally giving you a bad time for no good reason, you have every right to at least report it. That doesn't always do something. In my experience, it's about 50-50, but at least you kept it professional, yeah? That's ultimately the problem I have with these cheapskates. Their goal is to gain only for themselves. They never care about the repercussions of their actions, how they affect those around them. Some of these people are families. That's what they're trying to keep going. That's pretty simple to me, y'all. This, however, is not even getting into what I believe is the worst type of your normal cheapskate out there. Quick change artist. For those blissfully unaware of this concept, I wish I could join. Here's an example. Cheapskate comes up to make a small purchase and offers a large bill, normally a whole Franklin. Once the cashier has taken it and started oh my lord, why am I having so much trouble? Once the cashier has taken it and has started counting change, oh my lord, that took too long to say, the cheapskate then states they have a smaller bill, would like the original back, and it pretty much devolves into confusion as the cheapskate uses this opportunity to blindside the cashier and take more than they came in with, without ever having to reach into the register themselves. Basically, these creatures attempt to blur the line between who the real criminal is in a legal sense, and is much the reason why many businesses refuse to take any cash larger than a Jackson. The only two guesses I have as to why they exist is, 1, they're criminals looking for a thrill, or 2, they're anti-corporatists who... Wait, anti-corporatist isn't a real word? What are we supposed to go by then? No, anti-corporate activist? That sounds as smooth to say as Tau mata waka tangi hanga ka au o tamate aturi pukaka piki maun ga horo nuku poka iwi hen nuwa ki tanatahu. And I pray I never have to pronounce that ever again. Anyways, that's not how to take a corporation down. That just brings down the everyman trying to make a living to feed his or her family, who will be replaced by the corporation by some other fool who will be made to go the same way, and with the corporations nor the government doing anything of worth to help. As usual. Truly makes me regret ever living in this world when this is one of the many, many negative aspects to expect. Huh.
Yes! Yes!